Hi everyone, this is Freya from Otherworldly, and this video is going to be one that I've waited a long time to do. If you've followed my channel or looked back through my old videos, there's one where I review the Teeglepet Avatar horse. When that one came out, it must be well over a year now, and I've used it a lot in photos since. And then once Animesh was added to Second Life, I soon found out that Teagle was planning to do an Animesh horse as well. It's taken a while to get it out. Obviously, Animesh only made it into Firestorm properly with this latest release, so really it hasn't been that long, but well, it feels like a long wait anyway. But it's finally out in beta. I can't stress that enough that these are beta horses, but if you buy them now, you do get updates for life. So any additions that are made to the horses, you will get the benefit of those. But there's a lot of details to go through with these horses, so I thought I would start by just giving you a look at the two models that have been released as the first two breeds, and then we can get into the nitty-gritty of things. The paint horse that I'm sitting on is called Sugar Cookie. Well, that's the breed name, so to speak. It is an American paint horse, and this is a default coat that it comes with. There's lovely cream and white. And then the second one that is out is the Hanoverian, and I decided to put man on that one since it is a nice big pony. And this is its default coat. I think it's called Maestro by default. I'm going to rename these, of course, and make them more personalized and add coats to them, but I wanted to show you what they look like from the start. And this is basically what they're like when you rest them out of your package when you buy them. And yes, they come out without tack to start with. There is a Western tack on sale already from Teagle, but since a Western tack wasn't quite what I was looking for, I've decided to hold off on getting a tack until some of the third-party creators do something either more historical or more of an English tack. So I'll probably wait for that. The tacks that were out already for the Bento Avatar horse are not compatible with the Teeglepet, as this one is called. There are some other differences as well, obviously, since this is an Animesh instead of an avatar that you wear. I'm going to go through some of those. But first, I thought I would mention where you can get these and what they cost and so on. The no copy versions, they're no copy, no transfer versions. This is very important. Originally, that is all that they were going to be released as, and they are 1,500 lindens per horse. So if you wanted a whole herd, you'd have to buy multiple copies. Now, even though they are no copy, there is no risk of you losing them because they are registered with a central server, and if they go missing, you can get a redelivery that way. Basically, they wanted to be able to make it a more affordable pet without you being able to, fill your sim with just the one horse and have no need to buy any more. Now, people did wish for a copy version, so just before the release, they added that there is a copy version as well. That one costs 6,000, and it only gives you access to one breed, of course. So you should probably, if you're planning to collect different horses of different types, because they've said there's going to be other breeds down the line, you might want to save the copyable licenses for your favorite breeds. For example, if you want to have a bunch of Arabians or a bunch of Lipizans or whatever, is your favorite horse breed, that's what you go for. I sort of debated back and forth what I should do, but I decided with these first two ones, I would go for the no copy and start off my herd small Um, I don't really have anywhere to have a huge herd of horses running around anyway right now. So they're going to be for photos and riding around on. And then maybe if one of my favorite breeds show up, I'll decide to get that as a copy horse and then have a bunch of them on the sim. Uh, the HUD that comes with the horse for managing it is relatively simple so far. This is where you can go to your pet management page and do the redelivery and all of that if there's a problem. It's very much in beta. You get a personalized link in chat, and then go to that and you can manage and look for your lost or broken pets. You can change your pet's gender. You just have to be 20 meters from any other pets to do it, otherwise it'll presumably change both of them. I think they've said that the 20-meter limit is a beta limit. It applies to a couple of other things as well. There is also a lengthy note card included about the Teeglepet. In particular, the warning at the top here is one that if you do buy one, you want to be very careful with that. You have to be on a parcel where you have res rights when you first res it, so that you don't get any problems with the initial res, which is what registers with the server. This is a horse, like, I'll probably keep this around so I can point out the important parts here actually. Fully animated Animesh pet. It's got the server-side web tracking. You can add accessories which you link onto it, I believe, and that would be the tack and so on. You can res it as decor, and then when it is rest out, you can sit on it and ride it like we're doing here, and you can have up to 3 riders. But you can also pick up your horse and wear it out of the inventory to ride on no rest regions. Now this has been noted that it does not fully work yet. This is one of the things they're working on during the beta. I haven't tested it myself yet. I just wanted to show the basics here. I'll see if I can pick it up and add it later to test that. You can use the skins that you have for your horse avatar and the specific appliers made for the Teeglepet horse, but you can't use the tack and accessories for the horse avatar. So here it shows you what the finished features are at this time. The rest to ride, the wear from inventory, functional but speed boost not yet implemented. Texture change, yes, you have to be 20 meters away from other pets, otherwise you'll change both of them. You can have the horse following. You can have it wandering around in an enclosure. It can do random following. You can do auto walking so that you can take a photo of it, or you can not have to push down walking all the time. You can control if it's public or private. And then there are some features that are under development. Live updating, a multiple pet control HUD, speed boost for where to ride, per pet texture change, and interactions with, these are obviously Animesh interactions. It can interact with other pets, with other objects rest, with avatars, and the AI herding behavior and moods and personalities for each pet. So that's a lot to come, and it's going to be really interesting to follow. And then you have your instructions for what you do. Oops, and there is a blog post submission that shouldn't be bothering me right now, but anyway, we have the registration, renaming, controlling your privacy settings, and then getting started riding, switching the speeds using the HUD that you see on top here. Don't have any texture changing right now. And then let's see, linking accessories. You can see to link a rigged mesh accessory, you res it next to the horse, you right click it, edit it, and you combine them in the edit window. You can set a home point, wandering, following. I've turned off the hover text already. Flying, I've got the sounds on, locating your lost pet and replacing your pet. So fairly lengthy instructions, but pretty straightforward all in all. And I think it's time to show you a little bit of how these horses move. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have Ram be my crash test dummy here. Going to zoom in on him and let's see what happens when he decides to have a little walk around on his pony. I'm hopefully not riding off a cliff here or something. So he's doing a fine job steering without any reins or anything. And it's a nice, pretty trot. Obviously, you do bounce a bit, and turns in particular can be a little tricky to have the avatar fully follow, but it looks quite nice. And I do think that the modeling of the horses and the motions, I mean, we've already seen that on the avatar, that they're quite good. Cantering around. I know you can do things like they've got various courses and such at the sim, the Teagle sim. They've got barrel racing, I think, and they've got a jumping course. And ooh, here we're going full speed ahead. All right, you can park yourself again, or maybe you should try out some of the spooking and the bucking and the rearing. So good job staying on there. You got some little actions on the horses. Yeah, I think he's got his butt glued to the horse actually, and then you can reward the horse for being a really bad horsey. So those are some of the things that you can control from your HUD. Obviously, like they said, there's going to be moods and personalities for the horses, and probably more animations and things. What I'd really like to see is more options for poses and such for riders on horseback. I mean, you can do a few things with it. And I've sort of combined other poses when I've been taking stills of myself on the bento avatar, using various poses to combine with poses for the horse. But it'll be interesting to see what sort of animation packs and other things that will be coming out for these horses. So I think that what I'm going to do now is, well, first of all, I'm going to show you one more thing. You can also lead your horse like this, which means that you get attached like that, and then obviously it looks a little funny when you don't actually have any reins. It just looks like you have a really obedient horse that is going to follow you if you do that. But then if I stand up from the horsey entirely, and then I'm going to, as you can see, the HUD disappears automatically, and I'm going to take the horsey and I'm going to pop into my inventory and find my sugar cookie, or Elena like I've named it, and I'm going to add her instead. Okay, like you can see, I've got some issues here. Failed to set physics sheep type. Unexpected behavior may result. Okay, riding HUD attached to your avatar. And then if I switch that, I get back on the horse. There seems to be some little scripting debug errors there. But now I'm back on, and it's pretty much like if I were on the horse, that the horse was rest, and well, almost. There do seem to be some little glitches here when the horse stops, and I seem to have a tendency to fall through it. And I also seem to have a tendency to wildly zoom out to the beautiful mountainside around here, but let's go back in and get a look at. Animesh objects are notoriously difficult to actually cam in on, because you don't quite know where they are, or their bounding blocks, I guess. So you see, you have the functionality. I said it's a little glitchy right now. I don't know if perhaps I did some bits slightly wrong. I'll need to do more testing. I just bought them this morning, and then I went off to the stables to have a riding lesson on an actual horse, which I also bought afterwards. So I've been doing a lot of horse buying today, but I really haven't had much time to test them yet. I just really wanted to get a video out to show them off, because I think they are really cool, and I hope that they're going to take off and there's going to be lots of third-party things created for them. I also need to tell you that right now you can get these on the Teagle Sim, but you can also get them at the Home and Garden Expo, and there are 2 limited editions for sale as well. For sale or for auction, I don't quite remember. And they have special coats. They won't be texture changed, so that you preserve those coats basically, and you won't be able to get them after the Home and Garden Expo. There's also a limited texture horse for the beta, which is sort of a gray version of Sugar Cookie here. It's called Bug, and that one is only available for the first week of the beta. Same price as the others, but basically just a short term, and that won't be texture change either. So you'll want to go to the Teagle Sim or the Home and Garden. Teagle Sim is probably easier because you'll be able to try out horses there. They have a paddock full of them walking around. You'll be able to see them moving. You'll be able to see all the different textures, because they already have a bunch of the extra textures for sale. They're 450 a pack. That's basically one base color with some different markings and so on. And like I said, there's also a Western tack on sale. Finally, a little quick look at what Ran and I are wearing for this video. I am wearing a tunic dress from Sensifine for We Love Roleplay, which I had to combine with a pair of leggings, not to be completely indecent when I'm sitting on a horse. And Ran is wearing this absolutely gorgeous version of the Noble's Tailcoat from Contraption, which was available for the Steam Hunt. I don't know if that one's still ongoing. If it is, you definitely need to get over there and hunt for it. It's really beautiful. Contraption is doing fantastic menswear lately. And then he is wearing the Aubrey hair from Wasabi, which is technically a female hair, but it works very well if you use the larger breast settings. It works on top of the coat like this and looks fabulous and curly. Looks very dashing when you're out riding. And nice boots from Lassitude and Ennui, and that's what I have as well. These Buccaneer boots. Only slight issue there with the heel digging into my horse just a little much. You can adjust. That's another one. I should show you the menu actually before I take off. Let me see here. The horses are standing here and being very friendly with each other, but you click your horse. No, you don't. I click instead. I click Ran's horse maybe. So no, I'll try not to ride into it. We will do it like that because I am actually wearing my horse, which seems to limit the amount of controls I have on it. That's also good to know. But here, you get your little menu. You have adjustments for where you sit on the horse. And what else? You have settings, driver permissions, that's public or private, flying, swimming, motions, hover text, sounds, all these sort of basics. Unlinking, which I presume is for accessories. I don't want to do it in case I mess something up right here. I didn't read the manual on that one. Driver is for setting who's in control, basically, if there are multiple drivers. And then the follow and wander settings. So those you access by clicking the horse. I wonder if I can by doing, yes, okay. When you're sitting on the horse, you will probably need to use the right click and touch to get to the menu, since you're actually wearing it, and the mesh can be a little weird like that when you are wearing it. I think that pretty much gets through the basics of these Teeglepets. So the first 2 breeds in beta. I know there are other Animesh horses on the way as well. I might try out some of those too, but for now I've been very happy with the animation quality of the Teagle avatar, and these horses look every bit as good. So you will probably be seeing a lot more of them in photos as well. There might be a little herd growing. We'll see how long I can keep from collecting a few more. Until the next time.